And now to our Commitment 2024 coverage. 5 candidates are running for an open congressional seat in the upcoming Republican primary.
In North Carolina's 10th district includes Mosa Forsyth, all of Yadkin, as well as Iredell, Catawba, and Lincoln counties. Bill O'Neill spoke with the candidates, hoping to represent the areas in Washington.
Patrick McHenry held this seat for 20 years before announcing his retirement. Lawmakers in Raleigh virtually guaranteed that this seat would remain a safe one for Republicans.
The candidates in the GOP's 10th district primary are Charles Eller, Pat Harrigan, Diana Jemison, Brooke McGowan, and Gray Mills. 3 of the candidates turned out for a forum in Statesville last week. Eller is a small business owner.
I'm running for Congress because I'm tired of politicians, especially Republican politicians, talking one way and going to Washington and voting another way.
Mills is an attorney and member of the North Carolina House.
Why do you want to go to Congress? My answer is always the same, because just like you, I get disgusted about what I see happening in Washington, D.C.
Harrigan owns a firearms manufacturing business.
As a Green Beret, I've witnessed firsthand the dire consequences of open borders. Threats that go beyond mere policy debates to the very heart of our national security.
All 3 candidates say immigration is their top priority. All 3 promise to finish building the wall.
We need to deport the tens of millions of people that are here. They're not guests, they are invaders, and we cannot allow them to stay in our country.
Eller says undocumented immigrants are overwhelming public schools and the healthcare system.
We are being replaced, and they're coming after you. They're bringing crime, they're bringing terrorism, and all kinds of bad stuff.
Mills says there's no doubt what issue is the top priority in the 10th district.
The southern border, immigration, that is the #1 question I get asked most. No matter which county I'm in, people are truly concerned about what's going on our southern border.
Mills says every North Carolina family has been touched by drugs or crime coming from the southern border.
We need to return to policies from other administrations, namely the Trump administration, the Remain in Mexico policy. We've got to get back to that.
Harrigan says he wants to put an end to sanctuary cities.
We also need a stringent process to deport illegal aliens who pose a risk to our public safety and our national security. Our current open border situation is untenable, and it's also dangerous.
He also says he wants to return to the immigration policies of former President Trump.
We need action, and we need it right now.
All 3 candidates raised concerns about the growing national debt, now totaling $34 trillion, and offered up plans to tackle it.
I would go back to spending at 2019 levels, which means we're going to cut $2 trillion out of the federal budget.
I would agree to support a 5% across-the-board cut in all departments, in all agencies. That's one start, but we also need to go further, and we need to finally pass a balanced budget amendment.
The recent move to fund 87,000 IRS employees is a glaring example of misplaced priorities. Instead of strengthening agencies that have been used against conservatives, we should be working to reform or dismantle parts of the deep state that undermine our democratic principles.
Despite concerns over federal spending, 2 of the candidates expressed the need to invest more money, a plan sounding very much like President Biden's Invest in America.
We need to invest in infrastructure here in North Carolina.
First, infrastructure is key. We must invest in modernizing rural infrastructure, from roads to bridges to broadband.
The candidates were given the questions in advance by the North Carolina Farm Bureau, which hosted the forum. But Harrigan was the only one who seemingly came with answers already written out, which he then appeared to read to the audience of potential voters.
The primary is March 5th, but early voting gets underway on February the 15th. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.